Hey everybody, it's me doing another vlog. As you can see, I'm all hot and sweaty and not looking very good at the moment because I was just out exercising-ish. If you call that exercise, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you about my adventure this evening. I was sitting around earlier and then I was like, I need to go for a run. My brain was telling me I needed to go for a run. But my body was telling me quite the opposite. My body was like, yeah, you ate 2.5 hours ago and you're still digesting your french fries. Oh, take a nap, Sam, take a nap. My body was telling me to take a nap. Sit in my chair, relax, take a nap, digest, whatnot. But my brain was telling me, Samantha, you need to go running because if you don't start now, it'll just get harder and harder and harder to start. And it's summer vacation, so I really need to start running because that's what I do in the summers since I have nothing else to do and friends are busy and whatnot most of the time. So it's something to do that's productive. It's good for me. And I hate it. I hate running the first, I don't know, 4 or 5 times I do it. But after I get into the flow of things and it starts getting a little more bearable, I enjoy it. I do. I don't get the runner's high necessarily, but I get to the point where I find it quite a nice leisurely activity. So I'm totally okay with running. Just I'm not when I start. But it's good for me, and I like it eventually. Yeah. But anyways, so this evening I was like, I need to go running. So 7 o'clock came, and I'm like, okay, I'm going now. So I went, and it's I usually do like a 4-mile stretch around my city, and like I go past I go up and around the tracks, then up by my church, then past the police station and the library, then I go past my worship pastor's house, and then I keep going until I hit the Burger King that's by Arrowhead, and then I go past Arrowhead, and then I go past Oak Park, and then I go past one of the churches, and then I go past one of the elementary schools, and then I go past my friend's house, whom I used to live in their basement. Then I run past their house, and then I run past the college, and then I come back to my apartment. That's usually where I run, because then should I like break my ankle or something, then I'm near a place where I'm near people I know or have easy access to like someone I might know. That way, yeah, that way, like if I get hurt or something on my run, I can be like, hey, come help me. I hurt my ankle and I need you to drive me home or whatever. I didn't go there. I didn't take my normal run. What I did instead was I went 0.75 miles to Oak Park. Then I did roughly 3 miles in Oak Park, and then 0.75 miles back home. Now, if I said that I ran the whole thing, I would be lying. I didn't run the whole thing. What I did was I walked to the park, then I jogged and ran in the park, and then I got to Campo Wedi in the park there, which is creepy wooded area where there's like nothing going on. It's just like trees everywhere, and it's really dense, and then the river, and it's really creepy. Like if you go in there at night, you are pretty sure that you are either going to get attacked by a bear if there's bears, which there isn't, but you would feel like you could get attacked by a bear, or you feel like you're going to get raped. So I actually went down there one time at like where the sun was setting and it was getting very dark, and I was in there once. That was one of the scariest moments of my life. But anyways, it was totally daylight because it's summer now and it's still daylight. It's 8 o'clock at night right now and it's still daylight, which is awesome. I love summer. North Dakota has one good thing. During the summer, it's daylight all the time. Like there is no nighttime at all. But anyways, yeah, so I went through there and it was daylight this time, so it was okay. And there's these benches that are all along the path. Everywhere in Oak Park there's benches, and they all say stuff on them. Like a lot of them are like memorials to people who died or whatnot. But on 2 of these ones that are in Campo Wedi, where it's all creepy, one of them says keep walking, and the other one says keep running. And when I was jogging past those, I was like, oh, that's awesome, and I laughed a little bit. Yeah, I laughed a little bit, and then I picked up my pace and I ran the rest of the way through the campground area. It's not really a campground. I don't know why it's called Campo Wedi, because it's like the Girl Scouts own it or something, or take care of it. I don't know. But anyways, I wouldn't really want to let Girl Scouts in there. That's creepy crap in there, man. Pretty sure people could get raped or killed or murdered and not be found in there for a long time. For real. I wouldn't let Girl Scouts in there. But anyways, it's cool. It's never mind, it's not cool. I shouldn't go in there. But I do. It makes me run faster because I'm scared. But anyways, yeah, I ran the rest of the way through that, and then I walked back home. But yeah, when I was like tired and walking back home, I was crossing the street, and I stopped because the motorcyclist was coming, but he stopped and he was like, I'm like, cool, and I waved and smiled and whatnot, and he smiled back, and then I was on the sidewalk, and then he came and slowed his motorcycle next to me, and he was, well, maybe I should tell you about the guy first. He's a complete stranger. I'd never seen him before in my life. He's on a motorcycle. He's probably, I don't know, 30s, 40s, there-ish, so considerably older than me. And he's a black guy. And not that, well, it kind of matters to my story a little bit, but not really. It just matters that he's a guy that I don't know, a complete stranger that I've never met before, never will see again on a motorcycle. While I was, walking home after my water bottle, tired and exercised and all that stuff. But, so he comes up, slows his motorcycle next to me, whatever, and says, don't lose too much. And I'm like, okay. And then he goes off on his way. And then I, kind of thought about it for a second. I'm like, that was really nice of him to say that. For real. I know, a complete stranger that just, randomly sees you walking after running for who knows how long. He's just comes up to you and says, don't lose too much. That should be creepy and weird because it's a stranger telling you not to lose too much weight. But I found that to be the nicest thing that a man has said to me in a while. Maybe not the nicest thing in forever, but it was really nice thing to say. I don't know, because I'm a girl, I'm self-conscious. We all know that I'm self-conscious. Everybody knows that I worry about being pretty because I think I'm fat. Because I am overweight. Well, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I'm kind of overweight. I need to lose a few pounds. But having a complete stranger just randomly come up to you and say, don't lose too much, was really nice and a really confidence booster. And I determined that strangers should say nice things to people more often. Take time to say something nice to a stranger sometime. It will completely make their day. You hear that they might find you to be a complete freak or weirdo or creep, but it might make their day. So I encourage every single person that's listening to my vlogs to go say something nice to a stranger, because that guy doesn't know me, but he told me not to lose too much, and I was like, that's a great thing to say to me, because I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that, yeah, I can go ahead and lose something, but don't lose too much because I'm fine the way I am. Don't get all skinny and gross and stuff like those skinny people. Okay, now I'm just rambling. But, no, it's for real. Go say something nice to a stranger because it will completely change their day. It might not make any difference on your day, but it might change their day and it might make them feel great. So, that's my story. Then I kind of got thinking, he's a black guy. Stereotypically, black guys like girls with rounded, figured booties. So does that mean that he thinks my butt's okay and I don't need to shrink my butt? Because I'm not okay with that. Because what I see is all these white guys with skinny, pretty little girls. And I'm like, I'm not a skinny, pretty little girl. But I don't know. Whatever. But it was still a nice thing to say. Even though he's a complete stranger older than me on a motorcycle. Weird. But it was still nice to say, don't lose too much. I'm gonna be thinking about that the rest of the night because it really did make my day. For real. You guys are all probably laughing hysterically at me right now because I'm all excited because someone told me not to lose too much. But it made me happy. Made me feel confident about myself. And earlier today I realized that I'm wonderfully beautiful anyways, so none of this really matters except that it's time for me to go running this summer. I just went running. I need to run more. I didn't run enough. I look like crap right now. So, good day. I'm drinking my water.